Alright, a little rundown. So, I've managed to get a part. It kind of works out in a bonus in one way because we've got to go to Exmouth tomorrow anyway to pick up Big T's brake line, which killed two birds with one stone, I guess. I managed to get a part. It's the Goss turbo kit from Repco. So they're hot-shotting that up. Should hopefully be here by tomorrow. Expensive. About 780 odd bucks, including delivery for the hot shot, which is a little bit how you going, but I guess that's what has to be done. I can't really drive around with limp mode, so look, there is a little bit of worry. A lot of the indications are showing that it should be that, and so I just hope that it is that. Obviously paying almost $800 odd for something with the high potential that it could also be something else, but we're just gonna have to get it, put it in, test it, see how it goes. So I just hope like hell it is. So that's Exmouth tomorrow. That means that we'll just be chilling out here for pretty much the day, I'm guessing. What do you reckon? Chill out here for the day, have a feed, go over the cars. T went around this morning, did all the wheel nuts, which was really good for him, and appreciate it for myself as well. Always good to check wheel nuts on the way, and he also went through and did his air filter and everything else as well. So it's not too bad, I guess, the outcome of it all. At least I can get one hot-shotted, so I'm pretty stoked about that. Probably rang about 4 different places all through Carnarvon, and then I was trying the last place in Repco. Get something pretty hot shotted up this far up to only take a day. Pretty stoked with that, eh? So, oh, how the times have changed. Off in the cruiser today. I think we're going to go explore our private little beach. See how this goes. Well, once again, the weather's chased us. We're just not getting any luck at the moment, eh? Kind of we're coming down for a swim, but the weather's just dramatically changed and I don't see it easing up anytime soon. Got given this map from the Aurora station, so we just went down and had a look at the shack. Some dude fishing, so we're leaving. We're going to head up to Stevens Beach where there's surfing and snorkeling. So we'll go have a look, go check it out. No promises. Kind of didn't want to swim at a beach that was called by Shark Beach anyway, but come on. But yeah, nah. So we're heading up there. Hopefully it's not too far. So see how we go. Wow, a little disappointed. There's a whale beached up here, and it just got pulled up by Parks and Wildlife and was told, no, we can't go down there, unfortunately. So we're going to keep heading way up, and then yeah, probably head back to camp. Quite bummed out, eh? Kind of wanted to see that a little, but it is what it is. So onwards we go.
Lieutenant Dan, I got Earth Queen.
I got Earth Queen.
What do you reckon, Chef?
Well, a chicken is meant to be around 75 and we're rating 85. If that thermometer is good. That's reading 90. You always go through the thick part of the chicken. Yeah, pretty decent. Might chuck it on the flame, make a little board. Yeah. Yeah, chuck it on the flames, make it look a bit nicer, taste a bit better.
See how it goes. Bit of salad to go with it. Very good.
Well, we're pretty full. We cleaned that up. Whole chook. What do you reckon, bro? Good?
Killer. Absolutely stunning.
Now the fun part of dishes. Gonna go sit next to that big fire over there. Enjoy the rest of the night.
And let the chaos of tomorrow begin.
Yeah. Alright, today is the day. So we spent obviously yesterday heading into Exmouth. It was a good 2.5 hour trip from Aurora Station. So we ended up getting hot-shotted up it was kind of like a guess in a way. It was the turbo actuator. So this morning what we're going to do is we're going to hope that it works, and it is what it is. I also went and bought a scan tool yesterday. Should have probably bought this before we left, but I didn't. Bit of a learning curve for myself, especially owning a Hilux, but we've got one now, so that's all good. So yeah, we're going to chuck that on this morning, find out exactly what it is, and let's just hope that it is the turbo actuator, so I can change it. Otherwise, it might be another big trip into town. We've also got T's vehicle we've got to do today. We've got a brake line to fix, don't we, bro?
We do brake line, and I've got a leaking to a drain pipe, which I'm going to change out.
Yep. So, set up what we think we're going to need. Make it a little bit easier for ourselves. It's pretty much just going to be a repair day today. We do have a destination to get to. We definitely have to get to the Onslow rodeo, and if he has to tow me, it is going to happen. So yeah, we've got
one way or another.
one way or another. We've got Ballara tomorrow. It's a Ballara station for 2 days, and then we hit Onslow on the 2nd of August. So this is a definite. Yep, Saturday. Definite. We need to get this fixed. Really do hope it is the actuator. All the signs do lead to the actuator being what it is, but we'll put it on the scan tool now and go from there, I guess.
So obviously you got a OBD scanner yesterday. I plugged it into the OBD reader, which is normally located underneath the steering. So do that, turn the key on, don't start it, just turn it on so everything's on, so the scanner can pick it up. We'll go into OBD2, let it enter into the computer in the car. Obviously it's found everything there. Okay, again, now we'll go through, see what codes it's reading, obviously because we've got an engine code up. Let that read it, see what comes with. So there it is, turbocharger, boost control, position sensor, AC. So we go into it, and obviously it says, gives you good calls, possible causes, faulty turbocharger, boost control, position sensor, turbocharger, boost controller, position sensor, harnesses open and shorted. So that is exactly what we got told it was, and that's the part we've got. So we're going to change that, and then once you've changed your part, then you clear the code, and then you go for another system check on it just to make sure it's not throwing any other codes, and hopefully the Luxy will be alive again.
Phew! Stoked. Alright, so that's everything's fitted up now. As I said before, as you can see, she's fairly old. So that's what we've just replaced, which is the turbo actuator. on the N70 Hilux. Now, with everything fitted, I'll give you a show. So that's her disc down there, brand new. Everything's bolted up, everything's plugged back in. We even went a little bit more tape around the wiring just to ensure that that would all be covered. Now, T's in.
See if it's cleared itself, which it has, so it's
There's
no
no
faults.
faults. That's a win. Make sure she's out of gear.
As you can see, engine light is now off, which is a win.
Woohoo! Winning!
The Luxie lives another day.
For now, she runs again. Woohoo! I'm absolutely stoked. Not really something you want when you're stuck out in the middle of nowhere. Very, very lucky for the opportunity to be able to get a part shot up that day beforehand, which is yeah, really, really good. Now, is a aftermarket part. I may end up changing it a little bit later on down the track, but for now, beautiful, perfect. Now on to the other big girl.
So we just did Josh's car, now it's my turn. As you remember, I lost my brakes. I rubbed for a steel brake line at Murchison, so I got another one hot shotted up to Perth, to Exmouth from Perth, that we picked up yesterday. So I kind of blanked it off by the reservoir and then down there where it connects in. So I've got a new one of them to run in, and I've got a slight leak coming from my drain pipe back to my sump for my turbo. So I did get some more hose, so while I'm at it, I'm going to do that too. So yeah, we'll get into it and start playing in some oil. So, got my brake line done. Took a bit to seat that in, but this here, so it's my turbo drain pipe. It's obviously had a mark in it. I knew it was weeping, so got some hose the other day, so I'm going to change that out now too. I was on knock two birds with one stone. So, it's getting there. Almost there. Almost there.
Okay, awesome outcome. The Hilux is fixed, the turbo actuator is done, and the turbo drain pipe line is, yeah, I got that right, is fixed as well as the brake lines. So that's all been bled up pretty decent. He's got a pretty firm pedal now. So yeah, we're going to sit back and relax for our last day out at Aurora, and then we head to Ballara station, which is 93 kilometers from here, and it's about an hour and 37 minutes roughly. We're probably heading to Exmouth again. We didn't really get too much of a time to explore as we were running around chasing for parts, but yeah, we might head in there early in the morning. We can't really check into Ballara until like 11 o'clock, so we'll probably go there, have a bit of a sightsee, maybe a nice little pub lunch again, and then head our way out to Ballara. We'll stay there for a few days. Definitely want to get some meat. We need to restock back up on our meat, and then we head to the awesome Onslow rodeo. So yeah, looking forward to it. What about you, bro?
I'm keen.
Keen?
Cars are back going as they should. Hopefully they will continue going as they should. Go for a bit of explore in Exmouth tomorrow, which will be good. And yeah, continue clocking up some Ks on the rigs and having a good time.
Looking forward to it. Let's go. things just went from bad to worse. Started pouring out smoke. Yeah, I'm not sure what it is right now, but I'll keep you all updated. Okay, a little update. So, got good news, I got bad news. We're still stuck on the side of the road. Myself and Big T, we've pulled everything off. So, all the lines are off, the intercooler's off. We've checked the turbo. Now, we started thinking that it was a hydraulic. Now running. So, I'm driving along, white smokes just started pouring out the back end, and I started freaking out, pulled over, smashed the door shut, as you do, and walked off. Big T jumped straight in, started pulling everything apart, double checking everything. That's why he's the brother. Obviously, once I got over my little bit of frustration, obviously being one, so far away from everything, two, Exmouth is 200 kilometers away. In saying that, I think it was $4 a kilometer, so a round trip was $900, so $2,000 or so to get a tow truck, with then the potential of trying to get something sorted. If it was the turbo, there's another $2,000. The list can just go on, and then obviously if the engine does decide to want to go, it's a replacement engine. I put it on a truck. I'm guessing maybe 5-6 grand or something to get that towed all the way back to Perth. We'll take it back to Perth on a truck. So I pulled over the side of the road. We did end up bringing one of the boys down in Collie, the mechanics that we usually run, and I'll put their details in the video below. Honestly, these guys are a lifesaver. They know their stuff, especially when it comes to Toyotas. I haven't dealt with anything else, but you know, they are great on that side of things. And they've said, alright, need to make sure the engine's not hydrolocked, which it started feeling like it was. When you turn the key, it would shunt itself and if that makes sense. So he said, put it in fourth and then try and pull it forward. If the crank decides to turn, it's freeing up the piston and it's pushing all the fluid back out. So T and I did that for about 15 minutes. We've pushed the car back in neutral, rolled it all the way forward while it was in fourth gear, and it's freed up the engine, so that was a great point. We've then decided to strip everything else off after that. Big T's just at the moment giving it a bit of a rev, because we started leaning towards the turbo being gone. Now the turbo is only about maybe a year or two old. I think it's 2, maybe even 3. Obviously we put on the new turbo actuator, which is giving it a bigger reading, so not sure what's going on there. So pulled the intake off the front to check to make sure that all the blades are on the turbo still, and that the turbo's not loose or anything, and the turbo's completely fine. So we rang the boys back up in Collie and they just pretty much just said, just give it a run, just try and crank her over. So a couple of key bump starts just to make sure that there's no oil. So a vehicle on a diesel, and I might be wrong here, but a vehicle with a diesel, they have this thing called a runaway. Is when there's too much oil on the intake, the vehicle then runs off the oil, because obviously diesel is an oil substance, but the oil then picks up and it causes a runaway. And then once the runaway starts, you can't really turn the engine off. You can turn the key off and the engine will just completely keep climbing on revs, and it will just drop itself out. We're obviously pretty stumped. I'll show you guys. The engine's covered in oil right now, but not good, but the engine's not locked, so we're kind of good there. Not the turbo. Turbo's all good. We got it out of the hydrolock. That's all good. It's now running on 3 cylinders, so there's probably maybe a hole or so in the piston. The oil's had to come from somewhere, so it's the only thing we can put it down to is there's a small tiny hole in the piston, and as the piston's gone down, it's pushed all the oil up, shot it up and locked well, try to lock it. I managed to catch it in time, but yeah. So if I can give any advice on traveling, which I'm learning the hard way, luckily it's not so bad. Insurance, one really good thing. Roadside assistance is another. I have, very luckily, it's not so much. It's only an extra $175 for the roadside assistance now. I also happen to be in a pretty okay location. I can get it put on a truck and taken back to Perth, which then I'm potentially got to line it up with a workshop down in Collie. They'll send another tow truck up to go pick it up from Perth, from their depot, pick up the car and take it down to them, and they'll start working on the engine. Not sure moving forward on what I'm going to do, if I want to get rid of the Hilux or not. This is the second trip, like I said beforehand. But yeah, the engine's definitely gone. It's running really rough. We have just started it just then, but it sounds really, really shit. I'm not going to do any more damage to it, just going to let it be. So yeah, so it goes on a tow truck now. I'm waiting for RAC to come out and grab it. I'll probably have to pay an extra, maybe another $200 for the extra 300. It's only 300 kilometers. They can cover you for the round trip. I don't know what it will be, maybe an extra $90 extra. We'll see how it goes, whatever that is. I think it was 235, so round that up, say 250. So it's a 500 kilometer trip. They only cover 300, so I'm going to pay the other 200, which would probably be $4 a kilometer. Worst case scenario, it is shit, but it's better than nothing. And then we've lined up with Gascoigne haulage, which they'll put it on a truck for $900 plus GST. So that to me isn't so bad, considering that a tow truck back to Perth, don't even want to think about that. So yeah, the show will continue. Big T has opted to take me in the cruiser, thank God. So now I just got to go through the Hilux, find out what I want, what I don't want, what's going to be required, pretty much the bare minimum, because I don't want to be loading up T even more than what he is. Obviously now with me in the car, it's an extra 100, so yeah, I've just got to look at that. And then Exmouth tonight, we stay at Exmouth for the night. T's managed to get us a room for the night, so we'll probably end up sending it in town for a bit, and then yeah, head out to Blara tomorrow, depending on the goers with the Hilux, but we'll sort that out tonight, and then potentially tomorrow morning with Gascoigne haulage, and then we'll push forward to the Onslow rodeo, which we've been meaning to get to this whole time but can't make it there yet. So we're getting there. We're definitely getting there, regardless. But yeah, just extremely lucky that the Gascoigne haulage will do something pretty decent for us. Otherwise, I was going to go through my own work. I just had to get my vehicle to Port Hedland. But luckily, we saved that option. So yeah, I do apologise. It's probably not the best footage that I was going to get for you guys, but these things do happen. Who knows, maybe in the long run I might see me in another vehicle doing the same trip again, maybe even next year, who knows.
Well, here's the Luxy going on the tow truck. The old girl's kicked the bucket and Josh gets to stare at one last time before it goes back down south. Looking thrilled as always.
Yes, very happy. Well, I never thought I'd see the day I'd have to set up one of these things again. I might fly home. I think it's going to be better for my mental health. Oh, I can't believe we're going back to a bloody swag. Jeez. Oh well, get into it.
So this is the new Josh Camping 2.0. Oh, wow.
Oh, hey guys, how you going? Check out my 5-star accommodation. No speakers, no lights.
Back to the basics for the big fella.
You know, I thought rooftop tents were easy. Swags are pretty easy. This guy's got neither and he's still sitting up. I'm just gonna enjoy my drink and just chill, you know. Oh shit, half of that stuff's mine. Better go give him a hand. So we're finally at Ballara. We're only here for one night. It's supposed to be 2, but things happened. So yeah, burger night tonight. It's going to be pretty decent. And yeah, campsite for the night. T's got this lush sleeping system in the back of his cruiser. And I've got this beast over here. It's that good. I've got 3 open windows. Nice airflow, nice ventilation. 1 tree holding it up, and I've got the post up the other side, and I've even got sand mat. Can't go wrong with that. Jokes aside though, jokes aside, if you guys do end up buying a canvas, would highly suggest getting some starch. Now I don't know if they still put them on here or not, but starch kind of helps to seal it and waterproofs it. So if you're ever in a very dry environment with a pretty good sun exposure, like for an example today, it's probably like what, 28 degrees. Splashing it with water so that the starch kind of like sticks to it all is definitely something you guys want to do. Helps waterproof it all, just makes it better for taking out camping, I guess. Yeah, it's the old rundown. So that's the old upgrade from the Hilux, or downgrade. Stay positive, we'll go upgrade. But yeah, geez, I haven't slept in a swag since I was, I don't know, since I got my license at like maybe 15. I've even bought the hammock. Pretty happy about that. We might use that for a carragini, see what happens. But yeah, good day, heaps of people. Burger night, let's go.
Well guys, we finally made it to the Onslow rodeo. Now, due to the fact that we're only down to 1 vehicle, we've opted to not continue the rest of the trip.
As because the locations where we wanted to go to from here are very remote and is very rough terrain to be relying on only 1 vehicle.
So after the rodeo, we're deciding to make our way back to Perth.
So we just want to add anything you've seen on this video to do with vehicle repairs. These repairs were bush repairs to get us back up and going on the road. We don't advise following what we've done because we are not qualified mechanics.
So from everyone that's been following us from the start or new to the channel, thank you very much for your support. Stay tuned for the next episode, as it will be a full breakdown of everything that has been done to the Hilux to get that back on the road. From Yeeweon Adventures, we'd like to wish everybody a happy new year and an amazing 2026. We'll see you out there.